Senior Counsel Fred Ngatia's perceived close ties with President Uhuru Kenyatta took center stage during his vetting by the Judicial Service Commission earlier today as he bid for the Chief Justice position. The commission questioned his allegiance and whether he would be swayed to make favourable decisions, having twice represented the president in his election petitions. Ngatia, however, in his defense, said his relationship with the president was purely a client-lawyer relationship, giving the assurance that he will be a fair arbiter. And as Chemutai Goin reports, Ngatia outlined a raft of priority projects he would undertake to transform the judiciary.
Touted as one of the most experienced lawyers in the country, priding himself with 41 years in the legal profession, 64-year-old Fred Ngatia appeared before the Judicial Service Commission vetting panel to defend his bid to be the third Chief Justice.
Of Mr. Ngatia, the leader. So please demonstrate to the Commission and to the public that you are that transformative leader we are looking for. I'm interested in...
I do believe, Professor, that I have that eye, a practitioner's eye, that can be able to see the real weaknesses and the perceived weaknesses and come up with a transformation agenda slightly advanced from access to justice.
The elephant in the room, however, was his past engagements, having led the team of lawyers representing President Uhuru Kenyatta in his election petition in 2013 and 2017, and how this would impact his decision-making. While saying he was not ashamed of being the president's lawyer, Ngatia implored the commission not to discriminate him based on his previous engagement.
There is a public out there who feel that if Fred Ngatia is appointed as Chief Justice, he's very close to the House on the Hill, and that will affect his independence.
In fact, there's even a joke that if you want to see the next, if you want to know who the next Chief Justice, scratch the card. Then they put your picture and they put, it's like it's predetermined.
But why is it that political formations are not raising it? Why is it that people who ought to be afraid if I was that associated are not raising it?
The concern emanating from the fact that the new bench is most likely to preside over an election petition in 2022, and if appointed, then Ngatia would lead it, but would he be politically swayed?
The judiciary will be independent to the extent that we shall not be being directed by anybody or authority.
With the two previous benches having rendered different decisions on the presidential election petition before them, Ngatia, having been a player, was asked on his opinion on the issue of timelines.
Are you a Chief Justice who will ensure judges of the Supreme Court render their judgment on the 14th day or on the 13th day as provided for under the Constitution?
You do not need a PhD or a master's as a judgment in any case. As a Chief Justice, I would endeavor to my utmost to have a reasoned judgment within the 14 days.
The lawyer saying he will capitalize on his people's skills to end the bad blood between the executive and the judiciary, while downplaying the insider versus outsider tag in reference to individuals within the judiciary and those outside seeking the post. The veteran lawyer said it was time to have a different face.
How are you going to bridge this seeming gap of your lack of experience as a judicial officer?
What is the fresh perspective? The innovative strategy, the practical thing that you bring on board?
I would wish actually to come up with a timetable of from filing to conclusion. What period of time are we talking about?
In his tenure, Ngatia said he would put in place a case management strategy to monitor cases and ensure they are expedited, introduce ICT to reduce corruption, and ensure e-filing of documents to minimize loss, among others. Court of Appeal President William Ouko will appear before the Commission Wednesday. With 3 candidates now left to appear before the commission and the interests that have dogged the search for Kenya's next Chief Justice, it appears the commission has its work cut out for it as it looks at the key considerations that will determine who is the most suitable to fill the shoes of David Maraga. Chemutai Goin, Citizen TV at the Supreme Court building, Nairobi.